T-Dog, J-Boy, and me, I'm Lugs. Our pride and joy is pumping our mugs. Be careful, kids, it could get rough. We're flipping our lids on sports and other stuff.
Welcome to Sport Weasel Central. I'm Lugs.
I'm J-Boy.
And I'm T-Dog.
That's right. On the docket today, it's Rodgers and Hammerstein. Oh, wait. That's supposed to be Rodgers and Hammer time. Man, I've got to get some new glasses. Hey, what's next for Aaron Rodgers? Are you ready for the effect? Behind the cheese curtain.
Whoa.
Man, this is a rough crowd today. Pencils are sharpened. The NFL schedule comes out this week. Drugs and horses equals Bob Baffert. And he's back. Tim Tebow in the NFL. Okay, gentlemen, here we go. Aaron Rodgers, quick show of hands. Does anybody care? Will he be a Packer or not? Let's get that started. Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I'd have to say at this point, it's going to be a little tough for Aaron. Can't you just see whoever ends up playing left tackle, they play the Bears, and that left tackle somehow tangles his feet, and Khalil Mack gets a free shot on Aaron Rodgers. Kaboom! You know, because, I mean, all of this crybaby stuff, this is a man's sport. Stop crying. Either play, retire, get out, shut up.
This is a man's sport.
I just like I think he won't be back. I just want to say I enjoy the idea that Pat McAfee, who has Aaron Rodgers on his show, he brought up that Adam Schefter had no source or whatever. First off, I doubt Adam Schefter would just try to purposely drop a bomb on draft day with no source whatsoever. So that was on April 29th. So I'll just do a quick timeline.
Please.
Then another reporter, Ian Rappaport, on April 30th reports Rodgers might retire rather than return to the Packers. Then May 1st, Rob Davinsky, who writes for ESPN about strictly the Packers, notes that the team president, Mark Murphy, acknowledged the legitimacy in his monthly column of there being trouble with Aaron Rodgers. Then on May the 3rd, Ian Rappaport reports again that losing Camaro, a very not used wide receiver, was the death knell for Aaron Rodgers, that he wasn't coming back. A strictly used, limitedly used wide receiver who was always on the bottom of the depth chart. That was the death deal. And then on May 5th, Mike Garafolo reports Rodgers told Green Bay free agents that he wouldn't be back in 2021. So to me, the Pat McAfee thing is funny because these are multiple established reporters, and you're going to say they're all lying? It's one thing to be like, one guy got bad source. And then the other thing is this. All the reporters are the variables. What's the one constant in the story? It's Rodgers. Rodgers is the guy leaking this stuff out. If it's not him, it's one of his handlers.
I think that he and Schefter, they planned this whole thing. No way did that just accident. Schefter knew that a week out. They planned the whole thing. I just honestly think that.
That on draft day, it's going to happen. That's what you're saying?
Right. 3 hours before draft time, he steals every bit of thunder.
And again, he's calculated in his pettiness. This goes back to last year. He particularly did this. They knifed him in the heart a year ago. He's going to do the same exactly a year later.
But wait. You're saying he carries a grudge for a whole year, remains relatively quiet about it, then drops the bomb a year? Is that calculating?
I'd say he would carry a grudge for a lifetime.
Well, actually, to hit on Lugs's theory, and this is actually noted. This is not us fabricating. He was never warm and fuzzy with Mike McCarthy because you go back when he was drafted, he fell in the draft. And think about it, he grew up in California. He wanted to play for the 49ers. Their offensive coordinator at the time was Mike McCarthy. He never got over that. He always held that against Mike McCarthy, that he decided Alex Smith he had some probably input into the Alex Smith pick. He thought Alex Smith was better, so he always held that against him. So to say this Jordan Love thing is
the first incident.
It's not the person. It's not the person. I don't think Aaron Rodgers hates Alex Smith. I don't even think he hates Jordan Love. But the obviously Murphy, it's
McCarthy.
Gunter Kunst, because he wants them pushed out.
The GM.
Yeah. It is. He's very vindictive. He's very petty. He's the most talented quarterback, or one of the top two talented quarterback. But he's very petty. So this all is Aaron Rodgers, and also I like that Pat McAfee is like trying to sway, because again, Pat McAfee's he's tied into Aaron Rodgers too. Aaron Rodgers is playing all these buttons.
Yeah, and I tell you what really hurts Green Bay is, say, Devontae Adams. His contract is coming up. He probably, if Rodgers isn't there, if I'm him, I'm out. I'm going to go to a team that has a legitimate shot. If they don't have Rodgers there, they don't have a shot. I'm sorry. Jordan Love may be great. We've never even seen him take a snap in the NFL.
And to be fair to your point, Lugs, on the inside, on the invert, Aaron Jones just signed a contract at running back. Right. He might not have signed back there if he knows Aaron Rodgers was out the door.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess, and it's all on Rodgers.
He's making $30+ million a year. He was the league MVP. What more does a man want? Living in Green Bay, Wisconsin, by the way, where there is no press, there is no microscope. You're a hero. Nobody bothers you. I don't get
right.
it.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right. Should we move on this? Okay. NFL schedule comes out this week. What is exciting about that?
I don't know. I see. I got to go back to Tim Tebow. Well, come on, my man.
Yeah, you got that. Hang on a minute.
I mean, we're in NFL. That's the story.
If you're fortunate enough to spend 5 minutes or 20 minutes around Tim Tebow, your life.
I didn't get the whole soundbite. Will be better, said Tom Brenneman, who's now fired, by the way. But yeah, Tebow, he has signed a 1-year deal with the Jacksonville Jaguars under the reins of his old coach, Urban Meyer. And CBS Sports says he's going to be there. I think we're on the record of saying, Lugs, am I right? All he does is win.
Exactly. The thing about Tebow and Urban Meyer, I can see them lining Tebow up in the backfield. They will have some sort of play where they'll do a double pass, kind of thing going on. I mean, come on. You're in Jacksonville. You got Heisman Trophy winner Tebow. You got Trevor Lawrence. You got a decent amount of backs and receivers. They should just go for it. This should be a year where they just go for the crazy.
So stupid. So stupid.
I don't even have anything to say about that.
This guy's been out of the league for 9 years. Couldn't make it as a quarterback.
33 years old.
He was a failed, minor league baseball player who, whatever reason. Look, people can make fun of Manziel for failing, but at least he went to the CFL. He tried to make it in the CFL. Obviously, that didn't work. He's now working in that league we talked about one day where it's on Twitch and they call in plays and rosters or whatever. He's at least trying to play the position. Tebow found out that they wanted to try to convert him to tight end. He pieced out. He went and played baseball and does SEC, which obviously he probably gets paid well for, and he should. I mean, I know he gets ratings, so I get that. But like in terms of professional football, it's a joke. I mean, he should have just been hired by Urban Meyer to be like a offensive assistant coach of some type or whatever, where he could give hokey speeches and guys could like laugh on him because like we're grown ass adults. We're not 18-year-old boys or whatever. It's like, I don't know. I think it's stupid.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to bookmark this one into the season and just see. Tebow is going to have a moment. He will have a moment. He's due, man. Karma says Tebow is due, and he just is.
Well, let's say you're on the other side and he lines up in the slot and you look up and there's Tim Tebow and you're like 21. So you weren't even alive when he was in his prime, whatever, or you were a grade school kid. It's crazy.
But they'll know who he is.
Yeah, because he does the D. And what was that thing he did? What was that called?
Oh, gosh, I don't know.
You know. But he was 9-7 as a quarterback with the Broncos. He won that playoff game. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And he was so good. They got rid of him the very next year when they got Peyton Manning.
They got Peyton Manning. Well, that's a good trade, I think.
Well, and look, John Elway kisses his lucky stars that happened because he knew he wouldn't have any fallout switching from Peyton. He's like, so there were probably some people who were like, "Oh no, you got to stick with Tim Tebow." No, that's a very small sect. So
that's
speaking of Peyton, his nephew Arch Manning is looking at colleges. So you could have, get ready for it, a third generation Manning quarterbacking in the NFL soon. And Arch Manning apparently shows more talent than all the rest of them put together. So just a sort of a sidebar with Judge Ito here to go back to
if you're fortunate enough to spend 5 minutes or 20 minutes around Tim Tebow, your life
is better. Arch Manning. All right, we'll look for him. Does he have a baseball card, football card yet?
No, he's in high school, but he's looking at schools like Alabama, Clemson, Carolina.
I've heard of them.
I know Lugs didn't want to talk about it. I know May the 12th is when the schedules come out for NFL. I want to talk about it.
You go.
I think Lugs is missing out in terms of certain games that are coming up. Number one with a bullet, I'm sure for almost anybody. The Patriots do play the Bucks next year.
Love that.
Well, I mean, yeah, that, but honestly, that's going to be laughable. I'm sorry.
What?
That's going to be laughable.
What? Oh my God.
The Bucks will run it down the Patriots' throat.
You know what? If you're talking about bookmark this one. We'll see. I'm not saying that the Bucks won't win, but you're acting like they're gonna get you're gonna get blood stomped. I don't think that's gonna happen at all. But
well, okay, we'll have to just make a special moment, a pilgrimage somewhere with a big screen.
Okay, I'm down with that.
And hand sanitizer.
And then you have the Rams versus Lions, which is fascinating because both of these teams decided, hey, I like your quarterback. Hey, your quarterback's good. Hey, let's just trade each other's quarterbacks. So
yeah, well,
the
Lions are only second to the Bears as far as quarterback trouble. I mean, you had Matt, who was there forever, and they just couldn't take advantage of a man with talent. So now they're going to play with a guy who couldn't manage it in LA. So I don't know.
And similar again, I know this is a theme, but I'll just stick with this theme of jilted quarterbacks. There's two other games similar to that. The Saints. I think Jameis will win out. Maybe I'm wrong. I think Jameis will win out for the Saints. I think he'll be the starter over Taysom Hill. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
But obviously they're division rivals, so he'll get two shots at the Bucks, which will be interesting to me.
Yep.
And similar to that, the Panthers play the Jets, so Darnold gets to take on the Jets. So find all those games intriguing. Also, the Bears versus Giants is interesting to me because New York traded the pick for Chicago to get Justin Fields, so it'll be interesting to see. Because also you kind of look at Daniel Jones. I don't know if Daniel Jones is long-term. Like, they could have possibly used Justin Fields. I'm not saying that they should have, but it'll be.
He's really good on those long runs, if you remember.
The Bears are who we thought they were.
That's what I'm thinking.
Low-key match that will probably be on a 1 o'clock. It will definitely not be on NBC or anything.
1 o'clock.
Jags versus Bengals, because you'll have the two top number one picks versus each other, Burrow and Lawrence. So I'm intrigued by that. And then just two just division rivals that I'm just excited to watch. Brown versus Ravens. I see this is the year